There are 5 days left until the second Flux Halving. I'll provide all the important info you need to know about this halving in this video. To start off, what is Flux? Flux is dedicated to empowering decentralized Web 3.0. It's used to purchase resources, collateralize nodes, fuel transactions on Flux OS, and reward miners and node operators. So what is the Flux Halving? Well, essentially, it's a reduction in future block rewards. Like Bitcoin, Flux halves its block rewards every 655,350 blocks, which is approximately every 2.5 years. Flux's current block reward is 75 Flux, and it's generated approximately every 2 minutes. After the halving, it'll be halved to 37.5 Flux every 2 minutes. Flux is a proof of work cryptocurrency, and 50% of Flux block rewards go to miners, which help to secure the network. The other 50% of Flux block rewards go to master node providers, 30% go to Stratus node providers, 12.5% go to Nimbus node, and 7.5% go to Cumulus node. The Flux halving is currently expected to occur sometime on February 4th, 2023. So why are they doing this Flux halving? Well, the halving reduces coin inflation and it increases the value of the coin as it becomes more scarce. There's a max supply of 440 million Flux tokens. Currently 288.5 million, or 66% of the total supply of Flux tokens, have been minted and are in current circulation. Now, this is the second Flux halving. The first one occurred on August 5th, 2020, where the block reward decreased from 150 to 75 Flux. The price of Flux was just under 4 cents as of the time of the first halving, and it went up 109x in the 18 months that followed. Now, the present halving may not result in another 109x, but I still do believe that the coin is undervalued compared to a lot of other cryptocurrencies out there. Flux is currently the 131st largest cryptocurrency with a current market cap of 283 million. The coin has been on quite the run the past few days, moving up 50% from 65 cents to right around 98 cents as of the recording of this video. Personally, I am very bullish on the long-term prospects of Flux, and I personally think there's potential where it could be a top 20 or even a top 10 coin in the future. So you may be wondering, what would the price of Flux look like if it were to actually achieve a top 20 or top 10 standing? Well, I put together a summary analyzing just that. Currently, the 20th largest cryptocurrency is Cosmos with a market cap of 3.928 billion. If Flux were to achieve that market cap in the future, we could see potentially a almost 13x from today's prices. Currently, the number 10 cryptocurrency by market cap is Polygon with a market cap of just over 10.1 billion. And if Flux were to achieve that market cap, we could see almost a 35x from current prices. I'm not saying Flux is going to see an appreciation in price like this anytime in the near future. I'm just trying to show where the potential could lie with this project long term. And you also have to consider a lot of these prices are still depressed since we are still in a bear market. If we were to go into another bull market, you could see valuations much higher. And obviously this is just hypothetical and not financial advice. So why do I care about the Flux halving? Well, that's because I run multiple Flux nodes. I run 2 Nimbus, 1 Stratus, and 1 Titan node. After the halving, the reward amounts for these nodes will be cut in half. I put together this P&L summary showing the profitability of my various Flux nodes and how they'll be impacted by the Flux halving. I currently have just under 70,000 Flux staked on my various Flux nodes. Including parallel asset rewards, I earn approximately 706 Flux per month, which at current prices of 98 cents per Flux here on the 30th of January equates to about $693 per month. I pay $120 a month for my Flux node hosting expense. I host my nodes through Goldie Tech Nodes. I've been using them for about 6 months now and have been very happy with their service. I'll put a link for them in the description below, and if you use that link, you get 10% off your order. So when we deduct my hosting expense, my net profit currently for my Flux nodes equates to about $573 per month. So down here at the bottom, I'm showing my P&L post-halving, where my Flux rewards are cut in half from 706 per month down to 353 per month. My hosting expense expected to stay the same, so my net profit is reduced to $226 per month. One other thing to note, when you run a Flux node, you're in no way obligated to keep it running for a certain amount of time. At any time, I can close down my Flux nodes and sell all my Flux if I so choose to. That's not the case with all cryptocurrency node projects. There's several projects I'm aware of where the amount you stake, you actually lose your principal capital, and then you're essentially trying to make back your money through your rewards.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not even a scheme per se. I have to go make a call.
Another thing to consider with this analysis is assuming the price of Flux stays constant at 98 cents, which we know is never the case with any cryptocurrency. Another thing to consider is it's also assuming that the total number of nodes on the network is going to stay constant. There may be people that choose to shut down their Flux nodes after the halving because of the reduction in the reward amounts. And as those people come off the network, it'll increase the reward amounts for the remaining people that are still running nodes. So this P&L could look completely different in a couple weeks or a couple months from now as the price of Flux changes and the number of nodes on the network changes. So how will this halving impact the miners of Flux? Well, their rewards will be halved as well. I don't mind Flux because I personally made the decision to stay away from GPU mining when I got into cryptocurrency mining in early 2021. At the time, with Ethereum merge on the horizon, it didn't make sense for me to purchase GPUs, especially since a lot of the GPUs on the market were overpriced at the time due to high demand, as well as a chip shortage. Now that we're post-Ethereum merge, according to whattomine.com, depending on your electric rate, mining Flux is barely profitable pre-halving. It's similar to running a Flux node. Mining Flux may not be profitable post-halving unless one of two things occur. Either there's a large increase in the price of Flux, or a large number of miners stop mining Flux, decreasing the mining difficulty, making it more profitable for the remaining people that are mining the coin. Personally, I'm not worried about this Flux halving. Yes, it'll mean a decrease in profitability for node operators and miners, but I believe that'll be short-lived as this project continues to build and grow. To learn more about Flux and Flux nodes, check out this video over here.